Hello, welcome to the queue. It is Operation Spoils of War. It is Italy's turn, and they surrendered. They've had enough. They lost Cairo. They threw in the towel. Um, but in reality, I'm going to be out of town for an extended period of time, and it didn't seem like a good plan to keep this game on hold as things are falling apart for the Axis. At the end of the Japanese turn, um, the good news is we were up to 14 victory points, and 12 is what you need to win. However, after the U.S. British turn, we're down to 10. And after the Anzacs go, they'll just take one of these oils, and then we'll be down to 9. And there's not much of a path to gain any more victory points except possibly here in Russia. Um, I don't think we got the forces to hit Leningrad this turn, but maybe next turn, or 2 turns from now, I guess. Not the next turn, but the turn after. Um, but at the same time, that's just one victory point. Japan's not going to come back and get any more victory points. Um, Hong Kong is a victory point, and that was a big mistake on my part. I probably should have kept this force here in Hong Kong, built the factory, and then came out. Um, didn't see this little connection here. I think I had a unit maybe that might have been drawing my attention away from that. So they were able to come in and take the factory, and then it's been a back and forth battle since. So on Japan's next turn, they'll come down with their fleet, kill the British fleet, take Hong Kong back again. Um, Followed up by Britain probably taking it back. Um, yeah, I'm sure they will. So I don't know how that works out, but that'll leave Tokyo exposed, and it'll be a maximum build there this turn. But I got to believe, in that last turn of the game, which is turn 8, the U.S. will assault Tokyo, and if they take it, that's the game anyway. So um, I'm assuming a bunch of bombing's coming. There is bombers all over the place. So Japan, they're in a world of hurt. USA, 99% of its build over here against Japan. Um, the interesting thing with this strategy here is it does leave this South Pacific open. So once Japan destroys this little British fleet here, um, whatever is left will be able to clean up these transports with ease. However, I don't think we'll be able to get any of these back. Italy's going to have to go backwards into Cairo instead of into the oil. Um, Kind of the thinking was Italy was going to come in, Germany was going to come down with some of its units. So we could get that oil because we knew Japan wasn't going to be able to hang on to these islands. Um, so anyway, needing 12 to win, we've got 8 on the board that are solid. Um, the Allies can't touch. However, where we're going to get those other 4, we could take Cairo back in a back and forth battle. The U.S. and the British have moved over. We'll come down probably to try Gibraltar next turn. Eventually, they're going to get through here. You can't hold them off the whole game without spending a lot of resources that need to go into Russia. So, all that coupled with the fact that I'll be out of town for a while, just seems like the right call to end the game. It was pretty fun. I did take some gambles early on, and some paid off, some did not. And then the huge Hong Kong mistake um, is unrecoverable from that, and losing all of my aircraft trying to clean up the U.S. up there. You can't you can lose your Navy if you have your aircraft, or you can lose your aircraft if you have your Navy, but you can't lose both. And there's just not enough money or time for Japan to pull this one out. So that is it for this game. Thanks for watching. In the other game, Operation Turning Point, my teammate will be taking over for my turns while I'm gone. I had considered asking another player to do, to take over for me in this game, but I didn't want to leave him with such disarray. Although it would have been interesting to see what would have happened in Russia, but other than that, there's not much left for this game. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for some other games coming up soon.